Trechelle, awesome to have you with us. Thanks for taking some time for us.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Maybe if you could start by telling us about your experience on Warrior Up and how that came to be.
Yeah, it was a really interesting experience. I never once thought in my life that I'd be a part of a TV show. I think it was an interesting experience not only for myself but my community as well. So there were definitely some funny moments shooting my episode on Warrior Up. With like the drone footage once, it almost hit my uncle Terry, my grandfather Terry, in the head. And so it was a great experience, I think, overall for my family and myself and my community. And I ended up coming across like the advertisement for Warrior Up just on like a Facebook kind of ad sort of thing. And I talked about it with my family. My parents kind of encouraged me like, oh, you had to put a video together to kind of share your story and kind of highlight your ability to be in front of a camera. So I recorded myself and my story, and within like a week I received an email back saying that they'd like to feature me in the series. So it was really exciting, and I think it's been a long time coming to hopefully see it air in a few weeks here.
Yeah, I bet it's been a wait, eh? Well, you have the shirt on, the Reconciliation Run. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I started the Reconciliation Run back in 2021, and then since then it's kind of grown into an annual half marathon that takes place in Birdtail, Manitoba. So it's really unique. So it's the first half marathon for the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation in Canada. So it starts at the ruins of the former Birdtail Residential School where my grandparents attended, and it ends in my community of Birdtail Sioux. So it's a really healing opportunity for a lot of my community members to be able to go and reclaim that space and walk back to our community. But it's also a really educational experience for a lot of non-Indigenous people. So I've heard a lot of people say it's the first time they've seen a residential school, heard an elder survivor share their story, and then actually set foot on a First Nation in Canada. So it kind of brings like education and reflection together on the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Awesome
stuff. We should come out there and cover it this year on the day. I guess what are your hopes, for your episode of Warrior Up?
Yeah, I'm really hoping that my episode can inspire fellow youth to kind of take an idea and harness that and put it into action. And I know when I started the Reconciliation Run, I didn't know where it was going to go, but it's really kind of bloomed beautifully and it's had an impact on a wider range of people. So my hope is hopefully to just impact some fellow Indigenous youth, other youth, and I hope that the series gets renewed for another season so that youth across, Turtle Island can continue to be inspired by other young Indigenous people like themselves.
Lots to be inspired about. You're a busy person. You're the youth chief of the Southern Chiefs organization and just wrapped up your first year of law school at the University of Manitoba and working with legal aid at Stony Mountain Penitentiary, although I understand it's just your first week, but a little on what that's like.
Yeah, so I was kind of had a goal to pursue law for a variety of reasons. My dad's a First Nations man and an RCMP officer, so I've kind of always been involved with hearing about the overrepresentation of Indigenous peoples in the criminal justice system. So that overrepresentation is really what inspired me to go into law. So when I saw the posting about the opportunity for a summer position working with the University of Manitoba Community Law Center with legal aid and getting to do a prison law clinic at Stony Mountain, it kind of spoke to my passions of advocating for Indigenous people with the over-incarceration of Indigenous peoples in federal correctional institutions in Manitoba and across the country. So I'm really excited for the opportunity to kind of get some real hands-on experience in law and continue to advocate for my people and pursue my passion in that way.
Nice. Like we said, first year just wrapped up, but kind of sounds like you know what you might want to do with your future in law. Can you tell us what your hopes are, I guess, for your career in law?
Yeah, I'm most likely going to continue to pursue like an area of criminal law. I'm not really sure about what side, defense or crown yet, but I'm open to exploring those options, and I just hope to use my law degree in any way to continue to help my community, fellow Indigenous peoples, and to advocate for our rights.
Awesome stuff, Trechelle. Great to have you with us here. Looking forward to seeing the episode, and appreciate you taking some time for us when you have such a busy schedule.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dennis.